the prolonged drought afflicting the West is one of the most significant challenges facing our communities and our country.
Today, major water cuts for some states along the Colorado River. The Department of Interior's announcement today will impact the entire region.
So far, Utah has been spared from the deepest cuts. Fox 13 News political reporter Ben Winslow has the latest from Utah's Capitol Hill.
The federal government's announcement is significant for a number of reasons. Utah avoided mandatory water cuts, but that doesn't mean things are all that great here.
The system is approaching a tipping point, and without action, we cannot protect the system and the millions of Americans who rely on this critical resource.
The U.S. Department of Interior announced water cuts along the Colorado River for Arizona, Nevada, and the country of Mexico, blaming the impacts of drought and climate change. Lake Powell and Lake Mead have declined dramatically and will be in what's called a Tier 2 shortage for the first time ever. Federal officials are now exploring ways to modify Glen Canyon and Hoover dams to allow water to flow through beyond the levels needed to generate electricity.
It's just not enough. We should have initiated this construction study 5 years ago so that we were building bypass today.
Environmentalists say the feds are not going far enough.
So this is a dangerous game of chicken we're playing here. But, I think as has been the case on the river for the past 20 years is, who really believes in climate change?
Utah isn't being forced to make any cuts, at least not yet.
We need to make sure that we can see additional conservation in all of the states and all of the sectors, and that includes the upper basin states as well.
Almost 2/3 of the water used in the river is used in the lower division states. And so that's really where the cutbacks have to occur in order to balance the system.
But Utah's Colorado River Commissioner says our cuts come from Mother Nature. But that doesn't mean we won't have to make more.
Everyone's going to have to live with less water. There's no question that the reductions that we've seen over the last several years are going to cause us all to squeeze a little bit. We're all going to have to cut back a little bit.
Utah is headed into negotiations with other states, tribes, and the federal government for shares of Colorado River water. The state will certainly fight for its fair share, but there's also the reality of hydrology.
We have got to be in a position to use a significant amount of water, less than we've used in the past. We simply cannot continue where we are.
The Colorado River Authority of Utah says it will be hitting up the legislature for more spending and bills to push conservation statewide. On the Hill, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.